needle is mine.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you excited for vacation?
I am. We're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Where are they?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shedd Aquarium.
Night and day, isn't it? Night and day. Well, with already over 1,000 spoken for, this is our Incredible Today special. So first and foremost, when we're talking about MDHearing NEO, we're talking about a company that was actually formulated with a board-certified ENT. We're going to talk about the fact that you make the purchase today. You are fully supported with licensed professionals as well. We are thrilled to tell you, though, that this incredible configuration where you're not only going to get the hearing aids alone, we will show you in a minute, are a $300 value, but you're going to get a charging case that is the key. The charging case is an added value of another $100. You basically are looking at close to a $400 value. You see the HSN price of $359.99. It is yours today, $249.99. Take a look. There it is on your screen. $300 for the hearing aid. The additional charging case, another $99.95. You're buying it also with 5 FlexPay payments. And this happens to be not only the lowest price hearing aid that we have ever offered, lowest price on a bundle we've ever offered, but it is also the only hearing aid today special of the entire year. First thing I looked at this, I thought, number one, hearing aids are thousands and thousands of dollars. And what's the problem with them? So many times they're uncomfortable. Most important, when you're wearing one, you want it to be invisible, right? You don't want anyone to know you're wearing it. Well, you have come to the right place. And we have a lot more to tell you about this. And I believe the best way is to bring in our fabulous guest. Come on in, Dr. Sandra Pops. I love your name. 15 years with MDHearing. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Thanks
for having me.
It's so a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.
And here, that's the thing we want to do, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes.
You know, it's
wonderful.
Because I have several members of my family, older, and the first thing that happens is, oh, I can hear you. Well,
Right.
you know they can't, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
there has to be a gracious way to introduce something to someone that they can wear that's comfortable, that's invisible, that people don't know they're wearing it, so they can become part, because you lose your identity.
For sure, for sure. And when you don't have your hearing, it takes you away from people. So you're not hearing, your loved ones, your family, your friends, and even down to something as the cashier at the grocery store. Maybe they're asking you, telling you something's on sale, and you've missed that, and you missed out on your favorite treat that's on sale. So it's
that's not good.
No, I want my treats. So hearing takes you away from people, and not just your loved ones, but your whole world, really.
It does. It does. So we're going to walk through everything everyone is getting. And one of the things that we love about this one, first of all, that it's quick, it's easy, and the little silicone earbuds, which you're actually wearing.
I'm wearing one. Yes.
No, you have it in this ear?
I do. I have it in this ear. Yeah. So I'm actually wearing one right now.
Oh
so
my gosh.
when you look at me straight on, you can't see it.
No, you can't see it at all.
If I turn and you look sort of behind me, then you can. But you have to, turn, look behind someone. I don't know how often you go around looking in someone's ear canals. Most of us don't.
No.
That's what I love about this.
Let me check out your ear canal.
I'm an audiologist and I don't do that.
Yeah, right.
So that is, it's so small. It's so discreet. And like you were saying, you get the 2 hearing aids because you most often have hearing loss in both ears. That's really common.
Right.
So you also get the domes. So there's medium domes on it. You get small and large as well, because if you don't have a good fit, it won't sound as good as it's supposed to. And everyone's ear canal is a little bit different size, a little bit different shape. So I happen to wear a small, other family members, wear larger ones.
Got it.
It's whatever your ear canal shape is. So you have the 3 different shapes in total for that. You have wax guards as well. In our ears, wax is normal. It's supposed to be there. And we don't want wax getting into the hearing aid. So those wax guards are like a little bucket. They collect the wax and then you can just remove it, take it out. Super, super easy.
Perfect.
You have a little cleaning tool just to make sure it's nice and clean. Brush it off as you need to. Like you already said, the extra charging case, which is huge. We've never done that before. That's only for HSN that we ever do that. So you have the 1 charging case, an extra one for, bedside table, in your purse. If you lose one, you have the extra. And then the charging cable and the charging brick. Because I don't know the last time you bought an electronic. They don't come with the bricks.
What is that about?
I have no
know, it makes
idea.
me crazy. It makes me crazy. And actually, I happened to get here and went, I forgot my brick. So yeah, we've all been through that. And then the other thing that we are offering, a 45-day return policy. Our return policy warranty is normally 30 days. So you have a 45-day return policy. Look, if you are the person who's looked into this, you're like, okay, my family's telling me they can't hear me, like I say to my husband, and I think that's selective hearing, but we all understand if you're in the situation where you need a hearing aid, you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars. And many of them can be very difficult to manipulate. A lot of times you have to go to the phone and you have to work it. This is easy. And as Dr. Sanders is going to tell you, there's only like one button. It's on, off, and volume. So you don't have to worry about going to an app if you're not, savvy with the phone or whatever the case may be. It could not be easier. And it's bringing the world back to you. It's bringing, there are certain things that as we age that are complete struggles for us to lose, and hearing is probably the most important one.
Absolutely. I would definitely agree. So yeah, it's hearing, like you said, hearing takes you away from people.
Yeah.
And there can be so many stigmas around a hearing aid. You don't want to see it. When you mentioned our founder, and he was recommending hearing aids for his patients, and they weren't getting them. And so he started asking why. That's what he does. And he found that it was, not wanting to see it, of course, but accessibility. That was huge. When you get hearing aids, it can take up to 5 visits that first year. And that's, out of the house, that's going to a clinic, going to the office. So with this, it comes right to your house.
I love it.
Shipping's included at HSN, which I love. Thank you. Comes right to your house. And then the other part was the affordability. So hearing aids can cost, in this country, on average, hearing aid costs $2,500 per ear. So over $5,000 for the pair.
It's ridiculous.
And I don't know about you, I don't have $5,000.
No,
you're sitting around ready for, ready for hearing aids. So this is amazing. I can't believe we're doing it at this price, to be honest.
And the fact that you have a 45-day return policy, right? So this is all we're going to tell you, just get it home. And I want you to do me a favor. If you have been watching since midnight, and if you have been thinking about this, and you've been on the fence, we're shipping it to you for free. Just put it in your cart, close it out, get it home and try it. And I mentioned briefly, one of the most important parts about this is having the free support. And the support that you have is from audiologists. So you're not just calling a random number in some country with someone who doesn't know what you're buying or how to fix it. You're getting incredible, experienced, knowledgeable support. I think that's a really, really big deal. So you're getting all of that today. And we have some great testimonials that we'd love to share with you. But the fact that you get this home, free shipping and handling is $50 on any credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, without any interest whatsoever. This is the day and this is the hour to do it. Here we go.
So far, my experience has been excellent with the hearing aids. They've given me no problems. The charger is great. These are the real deal. They're very good.
I am extremely happy.
And I liked that it was extra small and that it was in ear.
I'm finding it simple to use. I would highly recommend this for anybody.
MDHearing remotely was outstanding, with outstanding service.
They seem to work. They work. I can hear noises that I couldn't normally hear or sound, and I'm pretty confident.
If someone asked me about purchasing these hearing aids, I would say yes.
I love that.
I love that too. And what I love about that, I mean, clearly those are not paid actors.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Clearly those are real users. They are, there's very obviously cell phone, videos that were taken, which is wonderful. And what we did is we send a lot of emails, saying, hey, how are you doing? Do you need help? How can we help you? And one of the things we do is we give an option to send us a video. So if you don't want to type something out, if it's just easier for you to just talk out what might be going on, talk out your question. And those started coming in, and we're like, okay, wonderful, great. Like, I'm great that that's your feedback, is that you feel confident, that you thought the customer service was great, that you recommend other people get them. So that was wonderful as far as we were concerned.
Amazing. And I'm like actually honestly blown away by the price of these.
Me too.
I mean, this is like for $249.99, and basically even for us, this is $400 value. So it's the lowest price that we've ever offered, but it's also the only Today Special of the entire year. And I will tell you, we do not that often. I've been here for 42 2.5 years. We don't do Hearing Aid Today specials. I mean, I couldn't even remember the last time we did one, if we did one, maybe once or twice. So this is an incredible experience. You're getting one from a company, they've been around since 2008. And can we show how easy it is also to use?
Absolutely, for sure. Let me grab.
I can't get over it because every time I look at you, and
it's right there. Yes.
I still don't see it.
It's right there. Yes.
Flash color.
So let me grab these because these are fully, mostly charged. So what you're going to do when you get them home, you're going to charge them first. That's the first thing you're going to do. They're going to come with some charge, but you want to make sure that they're fully charged. That takes about 2.5 hours to do, and then they're going to last for 18 plus hours. And one of the things that I noticed is it's magnetic, so you're not going to do anything to it. So after that, you're going to look inside. They are labeled right and left. It's a little hard to tell on here because it's a little shiny. But what you do is take it out, and it shows right on there that it's the right or the left.
Oh, I love that.
So it makes it really easy to see. You're going to turn it on. To do that, you just push that little tiny button. It's going to start blinking blue. So that's it. Lets you know that it's on. And then I have my IFB, so I can't really put it in this ear. But what you do is you make sure the letter's facing away from you, and then slide it in your ear.
Slide it in.
That's it.
Wow.
That little button is also your volume control. So you can adjust your volume to whatever's comfortable for you.
So you slip it in your ear, and then if it's not loud enough, just take
push
it
the little
out.
button. You can actually adjust it right in your ear. So you don't have to take it out. You can just press that little button right in your ear. And then this is the removal line. So you can use this to, put it in, take it out. That's exactly what it's designed for.
And it's invisible also, as you can see.
It's invisible also, yes. Yeah, so when it's in my ear, you see you can't even.
Yeah, look at that.
Right there.
And obviously a flesh tone, so
Yes.
that certainly makes it even less visible.
Yeah.
So it could not be easier.
No, it's very, very easy intentionally.
I read also that you have like a digital noise reduction.
We do have digital noise reduction. So what that means is it's going to listen to your environment for you, and then it's going to help separate out speech from background noise.
Oh,
so all
my next
background
question.
noise,
Okay.
all background noise ends up being about the same sound. So even though it's people talking, maybe cutlery in the background, knives, forks, and whatnot, that ends up having a really special sound pattern. And then the hearing aids can denote, oh, that's background noise versus, oh, this is speech of what I'm hearing, what I want to be listening to. So it does that all automatically for you.
And we have a with or without. Is that a video, Kevin? Okay, we're going to share this also with everyone because this is an opportunity for you to, guess what, not miss out on life anymore. It's exactly what it is. When you can hear, you're part of the group, you're part of the experience, you're part of the conversation.
Yes, absolutely, part of life.
Here we go.
Played out in the sandbox and I made a big castle. Then we went inside and had soup for lunch. Chicken noodle is mine.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you excited for vacation?
I am. We're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Where are you?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shedd Aquarium. I was just going to say something that I love about that is that really drives home what hearing loss is. So you can hear it, but it's not clear. It's not crisp. And that's really what hearing aids give you back, is that clearness, that crispness. And something that I noticed when I'm listening to that is I can hear it, but I'm sort of straining. And then when it shows the hearing aids come on, I can sort of relax. I don't have to try as hard. I don't have to listen as hard. And fatigue is also a big part of hearing loss too. When you're straining all day to hear, you get to the end of the day, you don't want to hear anymore.
I bet. So why is it then that, like, in particular, like you can hear, like people have challenges with hearing when it's a loud group? Why is it difficult to separate those sounds?
Because you don't have all the information. So your brain isn't getting all the speech information that it needs to make those distinguishes between, I want to focus on this person here versus this person over here, because everything's coming in at once. It can't tell the difference between those fine structures. That's what you're missing with hearing loss.
Right, so that's what the hearing aid is going to do.
Absolutely.
So even if you're like in a large crowd or something, you're still going to be able to hear the conversation of the people next to you and around you. Life-changing. I mean, and I think so many people out there know this, and I've talked to a lot of people who, and there are many, many people who are watching right now, and you know who you are, who need a hearing aid.
Yes.
And let's talk about that. So what are the deterrents? Because number one, you want it to be easy to use. You don't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, like you said, Dr. Sandra, like $2,500 an ear.
Yes.
And you want it to be invisible. Check on all of them.
For sure.
And the fact that you can adjust the volume, that I don't have to download an app and I don't have to go to my phone, because a lot of them are like that.
A lot of them are like that. And this is just easy that you don't have to do that. I mean, I know I fall into the bad habit of forgetting to charge my phone, and then I don't have it. And if my hearing aid needed to use a phone to be charged, then how often would I not have that capability?
Right.
So
and how
this
often
is
do you
just
have to
easy.
charge these again?
Just once a day.
Oh,
so
that's great.
they charge us for 2.5 hours, and they last for 18+ hours.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm not awake more than 18 hours.
Yeah.
So if you
Hopefully
do,
not.
hopefully not. No. So if you do forget to charge them one night, chances are you'll have power for the next day.
Awesome.
You can just charge it for a little while, charge it for an hour instead of the hour and a half, and you'll still get like another 10 hours off of it.
Amazing, amazing. And by the way, the value again that you have today, and this is it. So we have this show. We have only one more airing coming up a little bit later on tonight. So if you've been on the fence, if you have thought about it, 45-day return policy. And I love that. You have the extra time to get it home. And when you look at the value, the hearing aid with the case, $300, but then you're getting the additional charging case, which is another $100. So basically a $400 value for $250. The free shipping and handling, the shipping and handling on that is another like almost $13. You have the flex pay on it. You have the extended return policy. You even had that adjustable sound to it, and so easy, as Dr. Sandra showed you, with just that one little button. So it's one button that turns it on, one button turns it off, and another button that literally adjusts the sound for you. But you are not alone. Like, you're going to get it home.
Yes.
Because that's always a scary thing. Of saying, okay, I can watch this and I can get it home, and like, now what do I do?
Yes.
And the number is included, right?
It is. Yeah, the number is right on there. I think it's even right up there too, perhaps.
Okay, perfect.
It's
comes right with it.
If you get it home, and we have great videos online if that's how you like to learn. We have a great user's manual if that's how you like to learn. But if you're someone like me, you just want to call somebody. You just want to see, like, am I doing this right? Should I be doing something different? Yeah. Call us. You can call us. You can email us. You can text us. You can video chat with us. We even have some people that write us letters. Wonderful.
That's
just
great.
Get in touch with us. And like you said, you're going to talk to a licensed professional. So you're going to talk to an audiologist or a hearing instrument specialist. They're all U.S. based, licensed support. You're going to talk to somebody I know, one of my coworkers. You're going to talk to Jeff out in Colorado, or Kevin in Mississippi, or Dr. White in Tennessee, or Debbie in Florida. You're going to talk to real people. And on average, they have 10+ years of experience in a clinic, and now work for us because they get to help even more people than they did when they were in clinic.
And we have more testimonies, but also, guess what? If you're the ones who've had hearing aids and you had those little itty bitty, teeny tiny batteries that you've had to deal with, you don't have to deal with any of that anymore, because again, the case it comes in a chargeable case, and you have an additional chargeable case as well. Well, let's share with you more great testimonials. But as we said, this can be the day that changes the way you live every day of your life. Testimonials, here they go.
Hearing aids on. He didn't tell me he had them on. And we were in the car, we were going someplace, and I was noticing he really understands me today. He said, it was just sharp. He said, the words don't blur at all.
And that evening, we went out with another couple, and I had no problem hearing anybody sitting across the table or sitting next to me.
And in noisy restaurants, he can still hear. We even went to the movies this past month twice, because now he can hear what the movie's saying.
I've had no problem with them speaking to people, talking to people.
You can even talk on the phone now.
I talk,
which he never had
the phone
to do that.
is a very big thing.
So I said, well, I think we should see about these. I could have saved a lot of money.
What a great testimonial. They're adorable.
Jim and Janice, and I have to tell you the background story on Jim and Janice. So Janice knew Jim was having a hard time hearing, and she bought hearing aids for him. And he said, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying that. So she just put them on the counter. And then one day he's like, I'm going to try them. I'm going to get her off my back. So he put them in, didn't tell her, and she didn't notice. So her husband of 50+ years didn't notice that he was wearing them until they're driving in the car, and she knows he was hearing better. And then he fessed up and said, put the hearing aids on, and realized that he was hearing better too. And then I love that because it talked about all the things that they weren't doing before. You know, going out to dinner with friends, going to the movies. You know, they went to the movies twice, they said. You saw a great big grin at that.
Fabulous grin.
Talking on the phone. And I just love that was just such a beautiful testimonial of these are exactly all the things that we weren't doing and now we are, which just really encompasses hearing loss.
Right, and I think anyone at home who's going through this right now, or maybe you wish you could hear us, maybe you can't hear us, right? Or you're the one who's going, what did she say? What did she say? Right.
Yes, let's turn that back up, like turn up the volume, and then the other person you're watching TV with, then they get annoyed because
you're coming in
for them.
Right, the sound is like blasting like crazy. Then this is an opportunity, and it could not be easier. And when you take a look at the size of them, and again, they're very flexible, so they easily fit in the ear, completely undetectable. Like as even standing next to Dr. Sandra, like that, there it is. That's it.
So small.
And it obviously flesh tones, so it kind of just blends right in with your ear.
It does. It's super easy to put in.
You just slip it in.
That's it.
And that's it. There's nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. It's back there. There it is.
Right
yeah, and from the front, and even from the side, like from that view, we look at you from the front.
No,
you cannot see it at all.
I mean, my IFB is far more noticeable.
Yeah, exactly. Way more noticeable. And for anyone out there, and I know very soon you're going to see a clock that is coming up on your screen, but the value here today, and from MDHearing, so that's to me, whenever I buy anything that is in the electronic world at all, I want a name that I know. Here is a company, as I said, founded in 2008 by a board-certified ENT, right? Who, again, they spend their whole life. I mean, my ENT is one of my best friends, and they understand hearing, they understand the loss. So it's not just the loss of hearing, but the loss of your life when you can't hear.
Absolutely.
So to be able to get this home, $50 this is on any credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, without any interest whatsoever, and then the regular 30-day return policy. We've extended to 45, which to be honest with you, we really didn't, because with this, it's not like you have a learning curve like you have with a lot of the other ones where you have to figure out, how do I raise the volume? How do I lower the volume? You know, how do I make it really fit in my ear? All of that is going to be just done for you, and you're getting absolutely everything that you need, including the extra $100 for the additional charging case.
Yes, and something I want to say about that return period, about that trial period. It takes 21 days for you to get used to doing something new. So whether that's an exercise routine, anything you're doing that's new for your brain, it takes around 21 days for you to get used to that. So that's why we give you the 45 days. We give you the 21, we double it and add a few more just to make sure that there's plenty of time for you to get out there, go out with your friends, go to the movies, talk to your family, and give the hearing aids a really good try. Let your brain get used to them so that you can be back in the world, back in the hearing world.
Which is great.
Yes.
And again, we thank you, over 1,100 spoken for, but to know that you have all of the support that goes right along with it, because that, as we said, those are some of the key questions that everyone asks when I'm going to go for something like this. I don't want to spend thousands of dollars. You're not spending thousands of dollars. You're not even spending $1,000. You're not even spending $300. $249.99. And important to note that come midnight, because we have one more show coming up a little bit later on, I believe with Adam. But come midnight, that price goes up. First of all, the price goes up to $359, which is an amazing price anyway. But the fact that you can buy it right now for $249.99, that you have also the adjustability for different sizes. You have a smaller ear or you have a larger ear. We have you covered for that as well. So you get absolutely everything that you need, the large size dome, the medium size, those are the wax guards as well that you're getting to go right along with it. That's a really important thing, because if you sometimes realize why you can't hear, a lot of times it is like a backup.
It can be, yeah,
of massive
absolutely.
wax.
And that wax can move into the hearing aid, which you don't want. Then it can be like, oh, well, maybe I'm not hearing as well as I could. No problem. Change the wax guard. It will take you less than a minute.
Isn't it? It's so heartworming, isn't it? As an audiologist, to see, to be there, and when somebody can maybe hear people hearing really for the first time.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And like I talked about, our customer support team, they've worked in clinic for 10 plus years, and now they're working with us because they can help so many more people. And really, as hearing healthcare professionals, that's our job. That's our goal in life, is to help people hear better. And we get to help so many more people working with MDHearing.
I love it. Well, we're going to share with you again, just to give you a little example of what it's like. Maybe a lot of you are living this right now, but how things can change when you can hear.
Put out in the sandbox and I made a big castle. Then we went inside and had soup for lunch. Chicken noodle is mine.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you excited for vacation?
I am. We're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Where are they?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shedd Aquarium.
What a difference.
It really is. It really is. It just brings that clarity in. And you know, we talked a lot about family and friends and the importance of hearing them, but also think about those environmental sounds. It's summer. Hearing birds. I live in Michigan, so now there's birds outside and the crickets at night, and it's just wonderful to hear all those sounds of life. And that's what hearing loss robs you of. And that's what hearing aids can give you back.
And you have that opportunity right now to be able to make that huge difference. And you don't even think about that because you take it, it's like we take it for granted.
Absolutely.
Right, when you can hear.
Absolutely.
Like maybe it's the baby cry, right? Or whatever it is. You know.
Well, and hearing loss, if you think about hearing loss in this country, it's huge. It's a huge healthcare problem. 1 in 4, so 25% of people age 50 and above have hearing loss.
Is that right?
1 in 2 age 80 and above. 50% of seniors over 80 have hearing loss. It's really, really prevalent.
And how many people, and I know the clock is already up on the screen, but in that situation have like, I need a hearing aid, but look, I don't have the money. I don't have $5,000 to go out and spend on a hearing aid.
Absolutely. And I mean, not only the cost of the hearing aids, the cost of the gas to go to the appointments.
Exactly.
I mean, everything's
which
just
you
getting
have
more
several,
expensive.
right?
Right, yes, which you up to 5 in the first year. So, and that's, time that someone might have to take you, or it's just, this answers so many questions, answers so many problems with one hearing aid.
Well, we're going to share with you one more testimonial, but do not miss out on the value. Again, lowest price hearing aid of the entire year, and the only one as well. Here we go.
So far, my experience has been excellent with the hearing aids. They've given me no problems. The charger is great. These are the real deal. They're very good.
I am extremely happy.
And I liked that it was extra small and that it was in ear.
I'm finding it simple to use. I would highly recommend this for anybody.
MDHearing remotely was outstanding, with outstanding service.
They seem to work. They work. I can hear noises that I couldn't normally hear or sound, and I'm pretty confident.
If someone asked me about purchasing these hearing aids, I would say yes.
I just love them.
I do
real
too.
people. And so,
absolutely.
And the other great, sorry, piece of hair on my face. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Anyway, no longer will your husband go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you,
I didn't hear you.
Yes, it's worth it for that alone,
yes,
right?
Yes, for sure, for sure. No excuses.
No more excuses. Again, $50 on any credit card. Enjoy that 45-day return policy that goes right along with it, 905-539. And the only one, the lowest price, first of all, that we have ever had on a hearing aid, and particularly on such a huge bundle where you are getting the extra $100 additional card case to go right along with it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
All right, everyone. So stay there, but oh my gosh, is it hot? As we know, there is an insane heat wave across the entire country. So maybe the kids are out of school. You're thinking about going